businesses are going to need to make sure they're communicating to their employees and, of course, also to their customers about what that new normal looks like. And that takes me really back to you, Michelle, because I know that you've said that businesses should be ready for a new normal and not be looking for when do we just get back to the way it was. So I know you have some thoughts about that.
Sure. The reality is, normal for us is going to look very different. The benefit, though, that I think for an entrepreneur is that you get to shape that normalcy. And the reality is, not only to Alan's point, you have to make sure your employees have a level of comfort. But if you're B2B or B2C in particular, you have to make sure your customers are also comfortable. And that for us gives us a whole new realm, in my opinion, where you can look at digitization. When you look at the average American household, recent surveys are showing 75% are actively looking for ways to patronize small businesses because they realize the communities that we all love to live, work, and play in are being impacted by the unknown. So as you shape the normal and listen to what your customers are saying, listen to what your employees are saying as to their level of readiness, then you can now define. If I were a small business retailer right now, I'm telling you, it would be all about digitization. I would bring my team back and I would be talking to that team about how do we have an online store that makes everything available? How do we have a pickup category? Locally, one of my favorite restaurants now they're not using a typical gig type delivery app, but they're letting their employees deliver to those of us locally that are patronizing them. And I, like many Americans, have eaten far too much food from restaurants during this pandemic because I wanted to support my local community. I don't believe we are alone in that sense. So what I would say is, as we define the new normal, look for the items in your business, the categories in your business where you've always kind of wanted to explore, but the market wouldn't really allow it. Now is the time to do that.